Hey guys, happy Monday fun day. Or if you're in a different part of the world, happy Sunday fun day. Or if you're in America, happy Super Bowl Sunday. That's exciting. Okay, today I'm gonna be kind of killing two birds with one stone. I'm testing out the portrait style video of my new camera, and I'm also going to be sharing my top 10 travel apps. So doing that in my first vlog. So kind of three things with one stone. But yeah, I'll get right started. So, my top travel apps. Let me go to my travel section. The first one is gonna be this little puppy right here, Skyscanner. Skyscanner is a great app for flights, for you booking your flights and everything. But I'm gonna show you like how to use it as well, and like just awesome tips that I found from using it. So, say you're going from, let's do Australia. If you want to go somewhere specific, obviously type it in. But if you're just trying to book a trip and you don't know really where to go, you can click everywhere. And, choose your date, whatever, we'll just... But yeah, if you choose everywhere, click search, it'll make a list of all of the cheapest places to go. If you're doing like what I'm doing in a week, going to multiple places, but I didn't really care like which one was first. This was really great because I, wanted to maybe go to Hong Kong first, but it was ridiculous to fly from Australia straight to Hong Kong. So I found it cheaper to go to Bali first, and you can plan all those things from there. Same with going to Europe. From Hong Kong, I was going to go to Greece first, but it was cheaper for me to go from Hong Kong to London. So if you're flexible with things and you just kind of want, the best bang for your buck, this is a really great way to find out. So you can just scroll to, whichever one you really wanted and stuff, and see which was the cheapest thing. So, okay, say we're choosing Japan. Then you also want to find out what the cheapest date to fly is as well. So you just click on this little button here, and it'll show you all the cheapest days. So if I wanted to go on Sunday instead, I'd almost be saving like $100. It's like $80 or something like that. But yeah, so you like just 3 days beforehand. So it'll show you a little timetable of like all the cheapest days and times to fly and everything. And then so I say, yep, I want to go a little bit later, a little bit earlier. Click on that one, and it'll bring up, it searches for a while to choose like its cheapest one for you. But then it'll bring up the cheapest one there, show you the times. If you, don't want 2 stops and you want just to pay $30 more for just 1 stop and an earlier flight, you've got it all there. Easy peasy. So Skyscanner is my number one for flights. Really great. I usually compare it as well. Like you can compare it as well with like booking.com and things like that. But I always compare it with TripAdvisor because TripAdvisor has really good deals too. And this one's always got, the main thing. So the best price, I should say. But yeah, so that's my number one. Then, speaking of TripAdvisor, I love going on TripAdvisor for whatever I'm doing. If it's activities, the hotel I'm going to be staying in, different areas or islands or anything like that. I always look on TripAdvisor because, you're getting your advice from people that have like you, that are traveling, that have traveled, and they can kind of give you like a non-biased opinion. They just, yes, I suppose it can be biased, but it's not like the hotel itself being, I promise, like we're really great. It's actually people that have been there and stuff, and they can, share their thoughts with you. So again, I'll show you how to use it. So say I'm going Bali for Seminyak restaurants. All right, let's look at number one, Bamboo Restaurant. So it has 852 reviews. You can just scroll down. You can like click on all of them if you want to see all the excellent ones, or like, oh, okay, 15, terrible, what was that? And you can see like why that person didn't like it, and like if it's a few of the same thing, but generally, there's 662 excellent reviews out of the 850 that there is, and then like 130. So honestly, like a handful of people didn't have a good experience there. But for the most part, you can be like, nah, I'm so down to go to that restaurant because everyone else has had a great time. And like you look at all the stuff that the excellent people are saying, like stunning divine setting, great food from all over Indonesia, top quality service, best meal I've had in many years. I feel that enough has been written up about this place, so stop procrastinating and just go there. Like, you know, obviously that sort of thing. But it's helpful because, you know, if you were going to stay in this absolute luxury hotel that you're paying an arm and a leg for, and then there's all these bad reviews, you know, you're the smart traveler from actually reading them first and saving your money before, you know, regretting on spending something that's like a big purchase. So that's my number 2. My number 3 is Packing Pro. Packing Pro is an OCD's best friend, really. It's basically just everything that you're going to pack, everything that you're taking, and, you know, you can tick it all off once you've taken it. Make sure you don't forget it when you're coming home. If you're like super anal, there's like post things to do, like turn your electricity back on and like check your answering machine. But I'll just give you an example. So like for Bali, you know, to do pre-trip, you know, convert money, prepare your bank accounts, photocopy documents, pack bags, weigh bags, all that sort of stuff. I haven't put my clothes in yet because I don't know what I'm taking. But yeah, you know, different things like medical health, like anti-malaria pills, like which I hadn't known about before. So sometimes it's really good because it actually gives you tips on stuff that you should be thinking about. It's a great way just to tick everything off your list and make sure that you're not forgetting anything, which I know is sometimes the craziest thing about traveling. You don't want to leave anything behind, but you don't want to take too much. Like me all the time. All right, so that was number 3. Number 4 is this little puppy, hotels.com. I love hotels.com because, I mean, it just shows me everything that I need. So let's go again. Seminyak, Indonesia and Bali. Sure, we'll do that one. It'll bring up like the best deals first. So it's going to bring up the best price at the best like star of a hotel. So this one's 4-star and usually it's 346, but it's 138 now. So that's like the best bang for your buck. Sorted by price, low to high if you just want to find like the cheapest thing. And then it'll bring up like $22 a night for like, or $10 or whatever else it is. So if you're just looking for somewhere really cheap to stay like really quickly, you've got that. Kind of get to see like what's in the area. There's also reviews up on hotel.com from like other people that have stayed there as well, so it's sort of the same thing as TripAdvisor, and like they upload photos and you just handle all of your booking through hotels.com, so you've got that insurance as well and the cancellation policies. Yeah, and then they also have like a really cool thing, like if you stay somewhere 10 nights, they'll do like give you like a discount code for your like 11th night free. So it's just little things like that. They're a great thing to help out little travelers that are looking for hotels. So that's my 4th. Now my 5th and kind of 6th, but I'll get into that. I'm jumping ahead. My 5th one is if you're not keen to stay at hotels, maybe you want to stay at a hostel, I go to Hostelworld. And same kind of thing. Where do you want to go? You type in your location. And then, you know, say that. And then it'll bring up same thing, you know. All the hostels that you can stay at, what's the cheapest one. Yeah, it's got your ratings and it's just got like, you know, different reviews and everything. Like, you know, maybe the value for money was something, the security was the best, the location was the best, staff not so much, or whatever else it is. But yeah, so again, it's another great thing from travelers, for hostels instead of hotels, if you want to be saving a bit more money. And my 6th is an alternative. If hotels and hostels are still not working for you, there's another option. You can go and stay at other people's apartments. So it's kind of like a holiday home, fully furnished apartments all over the world. And this app is called AirBnB. So yeah, so popular destination is Paris, and it'll bring up like all the different, gosh, that looks gorgeous. All the different apartments and stuff that you can rent, how much they are, And it's some as well, like if you want a cheaper option, you can do like share housing. So like say like I had this a lot in LA. If one of us was, you know, taking a holiday somewhere for the Christmas period or something, and we were going to be away for a month, but you didn't want to be paying rent that whole month, you could sublet your house for holidays for the other people that are coming to LA for the holiday for the month. And then that's a way for them to, you know, have everything that they need. You know, you don't have to worry about packing like your hairdryer and your cooking utensils and everything else. It's kind of like staying in a home away from home. And other people kind of like that sometimes for a bit more security as well. If you're going to a foreign place, you know, you kind of want to have like more of a home than just like a share hostel area. So that's another great alternative for accommodation. So what am I up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, Speak Easy, but it has now changed to Speak and Translate. This one's a really fun app. Okay, so say I'm going to, oops. I could not recognize what you said. Please try one more time. It's because I said oops instead. So this is how the app works. I select the language that I'm speaking from, which is this one, and this one what I want to change it to, so we'll choose. You click on your language, and let's do, how much is this? It's translating. So you can click on it again, and if you still don't quite get it, you can make it really slow. Korebai kura desu ka? So, but yeah, and then if you are like getting it, you can... Sorry, I have too much fun. Yeah, so that's a great little way just to, you know, if you're in a foreign place, if you don't speak the language, how much is this? Where do I go? You know, where is this? Can you help me do this or whatever else it is? And it's got a variety of different languages. Oops. Oh, I keep doing that. So yeah, so you can choose like all the different languages that there is. So there's heaps to choose from wherever you're going. This is a free app. It's called Speak and Translation. It's a free app, but if you want to do more than 20 phrases a day, then you do have to pay for the upgrade. But, I mean, are you really going to be talking more than 20 sentences a day? I also try to, this is kind of stingy, but if you really want to get the most out of it, you could almost ask something in the one. So like, how much is this? Where do I go to here? And like, just do a whole bunch of different questions, and it'll tell you all of them in the sentence. So you kind of saving on your 20 sentences for the day. Google Maps, good old Google. It's great for wherever you're going, since it's worldwide. It's going to show you wherever it is, pretty accurate times. The main thing that I love about Google Maps is it does public transport as well as walking and cycling. So it'll, you know, you don't have to worry about like, oh, what, you know, public transport system did this country use? It'll just tell you exactly like the best way to get there. The other good thing that I just found out about as well, I'm not sure if all countries do this, but I know the places that I'm going to, you don't have to be on Wi-Fi to be using Google Maps. It'll just go on your navigation just by itself. So that's a great thing as well. If, say, some countries that you are going to, you do need the Wi-Fi for Google Maps, a great thing that I always do is I'll put in where I want to go. I'm going to be able to get, you know, the directions again. I'll screenshot like all of it, then go down to this next bit, screenshot this, or turn my phone off, and then yeah, it'll be saved in your photos, so you don't have to worry about logging back onto Wi-Fi. You can even have a little album for all your directions and everything like that, and that way you don't have to worry about like, oh, I have to find a cafe if I need to know where I'm going, but I can't find a cafe because I don't have Wi-Fi. So yeah, you can just take a screenshot of it, save it in your photos, and know where you need to go for the day. Currency converter. Obviously, wherever you're going, they don't spend the same money that you spend. So the dollar's always going to be different. This is just a really handy way. It's got like every single currency that there is out there, so you can just click on whichever one is yours. So to show you guys how it works, so I select, you know, the currency that I'm going to, and say like a lot of the prices is, you know, like I saw that, for instance, that'll tell me that's $35 Australian. I'm like, oh, okay, $350,000 for that top sounds normal. That's great, I'll do that. Without being freaked out that you're paying like millions of dollars for something that's really only like 40 bucks. Yeah, same thing, Europe, all that other stuff. It's just a great little handy way. Okay, so my lucky last number 10 is have the XE currency app, and that'll just tell me like where the dollar's at. You know, say like from RJ being American, we're looking to transfer money over, but the dollar's really bad right now. So, you know, you can kind of just, I mean, the dollar's like gambling. You never really know what it's going to be, or like the weather, it's very temperamental. But you can, you know, do things like a year. This is what I've been looking at, and I see like, oh, okay, you know, last year it kind of did the same thing, but in, you know, March it had its peak. So let's wait like 2 more months and see if the dollar starts going up again, or just different things. But you can kind of like go on like the previous years and see like what the normal habit is. Like maybe it's around tax season or something. So if you are coming over and you're thinking like, oh, you know, or even if you're planning a trip in a few months, it's great just to sort of look at that sort of stuff, because you can be like, oh, the dollar's really good, like, you know, 3 months before I'm traveling, but why don't I transfer my money then? And that way I'm not like missing out on heaps if the dollar just ends up dropping really low. So different things like that. And then with whatever bank account or bank travel card that you're using, you can, you know, put those lock-in rates earlier and have your money there for when you're going on your amazing trip. So those are my top 10 travel apps, and I hope you enjoyed my first vlog and I didn't crazy ramble too much. But yeah, have a good one, guys.